ace king. I just limp in here, and he shoves. I like this play of just limping in with these big hands because when I raise, he's not going to shove with anything worse than that. Maybe ace queen, ace jack, but I feel like limping in looks weak, and with his stack size, that he's just going to go ahead and shove with any two cards just to take it down. And he's got queen 3 off, and ace king holds. So that really put me in a good spot there, and we are now at the final table. I was super excited. I'm a chip leader at the final table, and I just was committed to not donk this off and to finally take this down because it's been a long time. Ace 8, I just folded it there under the gun. No reason to just smooth. Okay, pocket sevens. I made it around 2.5. A little more than 2.5. And I take it down. Pick up kings. I'm telling you, just a sick run of cards here. Same bet, 2.5x. And I take it down. I could have limped there, but I thought it would have looked a little too fishy for me to limp there. I might as well just keep on raising and just have people try to play back at me. So no big deal. I'll take the blinds. King 3, blinds versus blind. I should have raised here. Suited king is favored, I believe, and I probably would have just taken it down. But we saw flop. With the flop, check. Hit my king on the turn, and so I bet here. I just min bet because I didn't think you'd really call if you didn't have king beat. I mean, you might have the draws, a jack or a heart draw. So I just wanted to see where he's at. Looked like a pretty safe river to me, so I went ahead and made it 12,000. And he just calls, and he hit 10-6. He had 2 pair. I mean, my mistake was not raising pre-flop and just taking it down. He's obviously not going to call with 10-6 off. So I could have bet the turn maybe a little more. So pretty much mistakes throughout, but it wasn't too bad. King 7 here. This time I did raise it because I didn't want him to hit anything anymore, so I'll just take it down. Let's see, King 10. There was a raise, so I just let it go. King 9 on the cutoff, just went 2.5. And then I pick up aces. I made a min raise under the gun. I don't know if limping in again would have just been a little too fishy. So I get a call. Pretty dry flop. He bets, and it's just a min bet into the pot, and I really feel it's just a feeler. So I just make a big raise, maybe hoping to get action from a 9. If he's got like king 9, ace 9, he's probably just going to shove, but he just lets it go. I didn't want to just smooth call there because I think that gave him a lot of a cheap way to draw out. So I figured with that raise, he still had enough shove equity to make me think that he could get me off my hand. But it worked. And then I pick up jacks next hand. Raise. I 3-bet. And he just smooth calls. So ace king, ace queen, possible. And I just lead out for half the pot here. I don't want to just check it. I feel like that's just too weak there, and then he shoves and I just can't call anymore. So at least I'd rather bet first, and then if he still shoves, it's, you know, I'd have a decision to make, but luckily he folds, and I was really relieved when he folded that hand. So yeah, that was good. Okay, ace 9 suited. On the button, go ahead and raise it up. I made it a little less than 3.5, and I get shoved on. I really felt like this was a steal here. I'm pretty sure my ace 9 was good. He might have had a smaller, like a medium pocket pair. So that's exactly what he had, and I banked him on the turn. So I took him out. So now I'm just massive chip leader, 3-handed now. King Jack and a small blind. Gonna pop it. Oh, here we go. Pocket jacks. Go ahead and make it a 3x. I'll get 3-bet by the small blind. And 3-handed, obviously, I'm not folding. And since I have him covered, I just figured I'd just shove. And he called. He had ace king, and he hits his ace. So I guess maybe I could have flat called his re-raise and then saw flop. And if it was no ace or king, then proceeded and just folded if the ace or king came. But I'm happy with my play. I mean, I got all the chips in with the best hand, so that's fine. Raising up with ace 9, ace king. Raised it up. He flats. He checks. I make a standard c-bet, and he re-raises. So can't just call. I just went ahead and laid it down. Ace 5 gets folded to me, and I pick up ace king again. I think this is the most. Sorry about that. I think this is the most ace kings I've ever picked up in a tournament before. So he makes it 2.5. I 3-bet him. He just calls. And I lead half into the pot and take it down again. So ace 9 made a little more than 2.5. Just took it down. This is kind of a pretty bad call here. He raised the button, and I defended my blind with Jack 2 suited. I just figured that I can't just keep folding to raises. I had to at least just call once in a while. He made a big bet, so I just folded it. Ace 8, made a raise, took it down. King Queen, folded to me. Ace Jack, 3x, took it down. Ace 8 suited. Getting just incredible hands for 3-handed. There's a raise. And I guess I could 3-bet here. But we are pretty even stacked. And I just wanted to be a little bit more careful. So I just smooth called. Flopped the nut flush draw. He checks. I went ahead and just bet a little less than half the pot, and I take it down. If he shoved, I couldn't call. I would call a re-raise though, but so I'm just glad I took it down. Ace Jack, raise, take it down. Queen 4, folded to me. See what happens with 9-10 raise, fold. Ace 4, a little less than 3x. So majority of these hands I'm just taking down without a fight. Relatively tight players here, so pick up pocket 10s, take it down. Alright, here we go. Ace 3, suited. I raise and get a call. Flop bottom pair. I mean, I'm obviously going to continue with anything there, but at least I'm glad I hit a pair there. Made about half the pot, and I get raised. He could be raising with a draw there. I mean, possibly with the jack or the 5. But I felt like I could take one more card. And bink. I hit gin. I'm such a luck sack. So I check to him. He bets, and he's basically only got about 50% of his stack left there. I felt like he was committed no matter what. But with the draws out and everything, I really thought that he would just go ahead and put the rest of it in when I raised him here. And he let it go. So, I mean, I guess I could have just flatted again and let him and just check the river. But with a pot that big, I just didn't want to risk getting some weird river card that would, you know, I'd just take it down. 9-10 suited, raised it. Pocket queens, raised it up, and no action. 8-9, I just completed. Flop middle pair, so I bet out, and he shoves. I mean, I guess I could call here, but I don't think he's shoving with anything that I can't beat. So I just let him have it. Probably in hindsight, I probably should have called there. He might have had bottom pair. He might have just had just air, but it's fine. And king 10, I raised it and I get shoved on, so I can't really call there. Just take it down. Ace 7. Standard raise there.